entrepreneurs, and visionaries. Welcome. Good evening, entrepreneurs and visionaries. Welcome to another Monday Night Live training, where your journey to business success accelerates. Join us for insights, strategies, and tools to elevate your business while keeping your budget in mind. It's time to transform your passion into profit. Your host, Corey Bill Foster, is about to take the stage. Get ready to be inspired and empowered. The future of your business starts now.
All right. Hello. Welcome to the last Monday Night Live of the year. Oh my gosh, I'm excited. Woo! I'm excited, y'all. I'm very excited. I am, like, words can't express it. It's so important for you as a business owner to acknowledge, like, all the things you've accomplished. And this Monday Night Live series is such an accomplishment. I'm sorry if the tech is doing stuff. I've closed windows and things, so I don't know. So anyways, I don't know. I'm gonna keep trying to close stuff, but we just gonna keep pushing on, because that's what we got to do. But I'm just so excited. Like I said, this Monday Night Live series was something that we started over 2 years ago, and I pride myself on saying that we have not missed a Monday yet. So I'm just excited, y'all. Another year can be checked off, saying we did it. We made it. And I'm just so excited for it. All right, I think this is the last place I need to post. All right. Like I said, I'm so sorry if the tech is acting up, but you know what? It ain't gonna stop my excitement for today. Because like I said, it's such a great it's a great milestone to say that every single Monday for the last 2 years, we have been here, we've been in the building, and we have been giving, as a company, we've been giving value to our audience. All right, so I think that everybody can see it. All right, I'm gonna close that window too. I'm just closing stuff to see if it'll act right. You guys can let me know as people come in if it's cutting up or not. But I think we're back. All right, yeah, it looks good. I had to check. So tonight we're gonna be talking about reflecting on personal and professional growth. And I think it's a great way to end the year. Like, everything ain't gotta be so hardcore, serious strategy. Granted, there's going to be some education in here tonight, but I don't want to overwhelm people. I had a coaching call earlier, and I said, I don't want to overwhelm you. Not today. Like, let's just celebrate a little bit. Let's acknowledge what needs to be acknowledged. Let's learn from what needs to be learned, and let's celebrate. So that's what today's about. But before we dive in, even though it's the very last Monday of the year, I still want to introduce myself. So hello, I am Corey Fonville Foster. I'm a speaker, trainer, certified business coach specializing in implementation. And I'm also the CEO of iRock Marketable Business Solutions. And we are a small business located in Virginia, but we service coaches, consultants, speakers, and authors all over the country, from coast to coast and up into Canada. We really focus on affordable marketing and sales strategies along with business fundamentals. So if that is something that you're interested in, you're in the right place. Every single Monday, every single Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we do these Monday Night Live talks where we give you valuable information to help your business to start, run, or scale. And we also make sure that we have something for you to implement, right? So many programs are out there, so many webinars, trainings, what have you, where you can get great information. But the thing that I think is missing in a lot of those programs is that call for implementation. And if you become an iRock client, right, you become part of the iRock family, you'll know that we are big on not only saying, hey, go do this, but saying, here, let me hold your hand, friend. Come here, let me hold it. Put your hand in mine. Let's get it done together. We want to be your partners in business to make sure you get this stuff done, right? Because a lot of you know what you need to do. This is my belief. Because I was there once. You know what to do. You know what you should be doing. You know what you should not be doing. But for some reason, you just ain't doing it. And there could be a lot of factors, right? We won't get into all that today. You know why you ain't getting done. But the key is our company is here to provide a space where not only can you learn and grow, but also we can support you in making sure the stuff gets done so you can see the amazing fruits of your labor so that you can get to the goals that you and your team has set for your business. So that is what we are all about here in the iRock fam. And like I said, tonight is no different. We're going to be talking about reflecting on personal and professional growth because it's the end of the year. Like what there's no better time for reflecting than at the end of the year. All right. So first and foremost, I think when it comes to reflecting, I know sometimes it's easier, right? Especially if you're married, you can reflect on other people like, oh, I know what this sucker did. But sometimes it's important to take some self-reflection, right? Some self-awareness and acknowledge, what have you done well this year, right? You've been in business probably all year long, or at least a majority of this year. What did you do well? What did your business do well? Right? It doesn't necessarily mean that you hit all the milestones you set out to meet, but you probably did some pretty cool stuff. And it could have been as simple as maybe you are terrified of speaking in front of an audience. And this year you got in front of an audience and spoke. I don't care if it's 1,000 people or 2 people. You did it. Congratulations. Look, I'll clap for you. Maybe you invested in a coach. Maybe you invested in software. Maybe you went to a training. Maybe you went to a conference. Whatever the case may be, I want you to just take a moment and acknowledge the progress you've made. So often I think we focus on that end goal, right? Did we hit it? If we didn't hit it, then we failed, right? That's what people say. Like, I didn't hit it, I failed. I was talking to a client just today, and she was asking me, she's like, I see you constantly, right? You're so consistent. But she's like, but did you hit the goals you set? And I said, you know what? That's a great question. And I'm really transparent, y'all. I was like, you know what? I have to acknowledge, right? Self-awareness that the summer, it got me. Right? We had some goals, we had plans, but the summer got me. And it's funny because a few years ago, well, not funny, but a few years ago, I ended up having emergency eye surgery. Some of you may remember that if you've been with us for a long time. And after that whole healing process, I made a determination, like, if I'm sick or whatever, I don't ever want the business to feel like, I don't want to be anxious about the business succeeding or not based on if I'm here. And so we put some things in place to make sure I could delegate and do all the fun stuff, right? So that was a check mark. But then this year, not only was I out because I was taking care of family members, but there were also additional people in my space that I didn't account for. So I couldn't do all the things that I wanted to do. My assistant was helping me do stuff. It was a lot, y'all. And so now, again, when we acknowledge, like, hey, we got more things to put in place. We got more things to automate, because if I'm down and I have family members that are down and my assistant's helping me with that, we don't have any other full-time or part-time people. Like, everybody else is a freelancer and they're waiting on us. And so while I knew the business wasn't going to disappear this summer when we had all that going on, we called it our plateau stage, where we weren't really growing, and by any means weren't doing anything special. We were just trying to coast and get through that season. So that's the thing that I told her. I said, I acknowledge that I had some goals at the beginning of the year, but because the summer was a hot mess, we didn't reach everything. But I acknowledge that even with that summer, we did really good. I told her, I said, hey, we wanted to have 100 new clients this year. I think we got like 60 or so. I said, hey, we had some revenue goals, came a little bit shy, but again, we knew it wasn't a surprise. We knew, because like I said, this summer, we were just trying to make it. Okay. And then I had some consistency goals, and that We did. We posted every day on social media on all of our major platforms. We sent an email out every single week, a value email, I should say. We also did the podcast this year. We also did our lives. So like the things that I wanted to do, we did. I wanted to do so many podcasts, so many speaking engagements, like all those numbers were ticked. So it's like, yes, you may not have gotten that exact revenue goal accomplished, what have you, but you definitely probably made some strides. If you've been in business, if you've been trying, you probably made some strides. So let's just acknowledge the progress we've made. And then where we did fall short, or heck, where we even succeeded, what were some of the lessons that we can take away from there? Because we can take lessons away from really positive things that happen to us, along with things that are not so positive. I've had people tell me, oh, I've been in, coaching programs before and it was awful, blah, 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 blah. Cool beans. I have a lot of feelings about that because I think sometimes you're just not in the right program at the right time for you. Either way, though, if there's stuff you don't like about a program, then you can learn from that and say, well, when I do my program, then I won't do these things, or I will do these things. And so even in the negative spaces, there's room for us to learn and grow. So I do want you guys to just think of some lessons that you've learned, some from positive experiences. Maybe you ran your first ad this year and it went really great. Well, heck, now you know you can do it. You got the formula. Now you just got to rinse and repeat. Right? So lessons learned. And then also make sure, based on you acknowledging what you've already done, based on the lessons that you've learned, then you set your new goals if you haven't already. Please, 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 if you haven't, get it done, because New Year's Eve is tomorrow. Like, I feel for you guys. Some of you are so stuck on January 1st. I don't want to say it's too late, but I'm just going to say you're behind the ball now. You're behind the ball. I don't want to lie to you. You're behind the ball. I was reviewing a training that I got from my coach, and they said it too. They were like, look, if you watching this today, you late. And a lot of times we don't want to say that because we don't want to discourage you, but I want you to know better so you can do better for next year. And then also, it's not just about yearly planning, it's also quarterly planning. So if you know that, hey, I waited to the last minute to plan for my year, well, heck, you need to really be focusing on quarter two, like January, to make sure that at least your quarter two gets you back on track. Because the quarter one, you're probably gonna be playing catch up. It's only 3 months long. Once January starts, like, you're gonna be go, trying to get things done, plan and implement. And so just make sure that you're starting to understand, like, I got to plan early. I know a lot of clients, when they start working with us on our marketing side, they're like, oh my God, y'all plan with your clients a month in advance. So for instance, February content requests are due January 10th, right? Almost a whole month in advance. And they're like, oh my God, that's crazy. Not at all. Most companies are planning months and months out so that they have time to implement all the things that are in place. That's why a lot of times you're feeling overwhelmed, because you're planning today for tomorrow. And it's like, no, tomorrow's stuff should have been planned 3 months ago, so that we had time to the team was aware, and that we tested out our marketing and we built our audience. A lot of people are like, okay, I want to have an event, in a month, and they have no email list. They have no money for ads. They, haven't even been reaching out to their Facebook friends, letting them know what they do. We got a big uphill battle to climb versus people who have been already realizing, okay, I got an event, in a couple of months. I need to start putting some things in place now for that event. So just kind of keep that in mind. And then use all this information to build your confidence around your business. I know sometimes it's hard when you are still in those early stages, those early couple of years where you feel like you just don't know so much, right? You don't even know what you don't know, but you don't know a lot. Please use 2024, whether you started your business yesterday or you had a business all year or more, to just say, you know what, I've learned a lot, right? I'm not a baby entrepreneur anymore. I've learned a lot, and I'm ready to move forward, because you need to walk in confidence as a business owner. I'm not saying, walk confidently in ignorance. Like I said, we're always learning, we're always growing. There is no entrepreneur I know who isn't a lifetime learner. However, realize that you're probably already an expert at something, whether it's business or your expertise. Lean into that and then just be willing to grow. You're going to be just fine, right? Have that confidence. I also want you guys to ask yourself a few questions. Question one, what were your most significant achievements this year? Right. So we talked about, probably did some good stuff. I want you to think about your most significant achievements. Right. And if you're watching this, feel free to throw it in the comments, whether you're watching live or watching the replay, because I want to know. Some of you did some amazing things. I was actually getting ready for this presentation and I was going to put names and I was like, it's going to be too much and I don't have time. So I'm going to talk about some of my clients' wins and lessons learned in a little bit. But I want to know, what were some of your significant achievements this year? And the cool part is they don't have to be significant to me or anybody else. They just have to be significant to you, because we don't know where you've been, right? We don't know what you've gone through. We don't know the battles that you've had to fight, the hills you've had to overcome. Like, we don't know. So if you don't even, sometimes I feel like we think like, oh, that's nothing to nobody else. Like, who cares about them? Is it important to you? Was it hard for you? And if so, I want to hear about the most significant achievements that you had this year. Next question, what challenges did you face and how'd you overcome it? Because, hey, I want to know, and I'm sure other people want to know, so that when they encounter those challenges, they have a way to overcome them. That's one of the things I love about being a coach, is not that I have all the answers, is that I've gone through a lot of craziness as an entrepreneur, and I can tell people like, hey, hold on. Like I can see the sign coming up, like, hold on, pause, yield, danger. And I can say, hey, been there, done that. Let me help you avoid that. Let me help you get through this faster. Let me help you get around it. Let me give you the cheat code for it. And so I want to know what challenges you guys faced this year and how did you get through it, right? Did you get through it? And then what new skills or insights did you gain? There's so much out there, new things, AI. Oh my gosh, AI changes every day. Marketing changes every day. Sales strategies, systems, and that's not to mention what's in your niche. Like I have wellness coaches, grant writing coaches. I mean, there's just so much out there. So I want to know, like, yeah, what new skills or insights did you get this year? Maybe you got a new certification, whatever the case may be. Because it's important. So I'll talk about myself a little bit, because I do like to be transparent. I think it's almost a disservice as a coach when you only talk about the positive, when you only show up as your best, most polished self, because people who are trying to see themselves in you sometimes have a hard time. They can see where they want to be, but then it becomes like, dang, they're just so perfect, right? Maybe, you have a spouse and y'all always happy on the online, and, you're a marriage coach, and it's like, well, that's cool. But, maybe our marriages ain't like that. And it's like, well, dang, I want to know y'all been through some stuff. I don't want to know that y'all got together when you were teenagers and it's been perfect ever since. Then you can't relate to me and I can't relate to you. And so I think it's just important, like I said, as a coach, to be honest, transparent, and show the good, the bad, maybe not the ugly, but yeah, at least some good and some bad, so that people can see and, like I said, resonate. So my reflections and lesson learned, I had to type some out so I would remember. So I talked earlier about the plateau this summer. And so one thing that I realized, and my team realized, is that we need more passive income streams, so that if I'm not able to do like our high ticket coaching, or I'm not able to do events where we can, get a lot of income at once from, a larger number of people, then we need passive income to always be rolling, right? And so one thing that we did, we had a plan for this big coaching program, right? And it was gonna be huge. It may still happen. I think I'm gonna turn to a mastermind in the future, but it had 3 sections. If you saw, maybe was it October, November? I think it was October, maybe in the October, early November, we put out the business boot camp. The business boot camp is actually the middle course to our program. It was going to be 3 chunks, A, B, and C. It was going to be business accelerator, business boot camp, business champions. And it was going to really guide our audience between starting their business, getting that first 50K, getting that first 100K. And it was going to be one program. Now, people can still buy it as one program. They'll be able to buy it in the new year as a course, one whole thing. But the cool part is we said we need more passive income streams, right? Now you'll actually be able to buy each course separately as well. So if you're a new person and you're like, hey, don't have a lot of income, don't necessarily want to invest in the whole coaching program, you can literally just get the business accelerator. And you don't have to talk to me. Nobody else. You can hit the button, get it, enjoy it, learn all the stuff. get the worksheets, all that. And that came out of the summer of the plateau, because I said, oh my goodness, we need more passive streams of income. I also realized that I don't like to travel a lot for work. Like I kept seeing my peers doing it. I was like, oh my God, that's so cool to be able to show yourself on the plane and going out here, speaking in front of these audiences, doing all those things. With my eye condition, being a homeschooling mom, and just also, I don't know what it is about planes. My ears pop horribly to the point where it's so painful. I get sick when I travel sometimes. Like, I was like, I don't want to do that. Right? Let's just learn. I said, I don't really want to travel a lot for work. I think I was looking down somewhat on virtual speaking over like public speaking. I was like, I really want to do more public speaking, because actually I used to do a lot more of it back in the day, and then COVID, then I did a lot of virtual, and then I was like, okay, I need to go back to in person. I'm not saying I won't do more, do in person. I actually have an in-person gig this upcoming weekend in Maryland, but I'm not going to be seeking it constantly. You're not going to see me be that jet setter coach that's always out flying here, there, pictures from the airport. It's not going to happen. And that's okay. That's just not my ministry. Something else I learned and I reflected on this year is I need better incentives, affiliate programs and referral programs. My system that I use allows me to have an affiliate program, which I do not use. I don't optimize it. And so that's something that I said, what we're going to do better with this year. I do get still referrals, but there's not a current referral program. And it's something we used to have. And it used to be good. Like, people loved it. It worked well. We just stopped doing it. So we're going to get back to having a referral program for current clients. And then we're going to have an affiliate program for those who just want to sell our stuff, so that they can make some money on the side. I already said I was really excited. I was consistent all year long with my live, my posting and emails. I actually did real good. I'm proud of myself for how many calls I did this year, whether they were virtual coffee chats, consultation calls, mini brand audits, whatever they were. I did a lot of calls. Conversion rates were really great. And I did really good about sending proposals right away. That was something that in the beginning of the year, I was like, girl, you got to do better. What is this? And one of my coaches had talked about it, like people waiting days and days to send proposals. And I said, I got to be better. So I'm so much better now. Within usually a couple of hours max, if I don't do it right then, a couple hours max, I am sending proposals out. And I am doing really good about following back up. So yay. Like, I'm gonna share my stuff, my wins with you guys. And then let's see. Oh yes, and then last but not least, I'm really proud of myself. I joined a coaching program in the summer, and even with everything going on, I finished it this month. So I'm really happy that I was able to knock it out and get it done. Usually it takes me about a year. They put a goal for us to finish it in 6 months. So it is done. Super, super duper excited for getting that done. All right. So some client wins. Again, I'm not going to say names. I'm so sorry. It was a lot of you. So I kind of smushed the wins together. And then also I put some challenges into as well. I did have a couple of clients. Well, my mom always says a couple is two. So a couple of clients who actually made a really good decision for them to take a pause in their business. I think a lot of us want to say that we're business owners. We want to say that we're entrepreneurs, but sometimes we're not quite ready. Whether that's because we need to get some mindset things together. Sometimes we need to get our finances together. Sometimes we need to really think about what it means to be an entrepreneur and decide if we really want to do it. Not everybody needs to be an entrepreneur. And so I'm really proud of a few clients who decided to kind of pause and really look and see what direction they wanted to go in. And also to save up some money to come back, which I think is really great, because some people will try to just chug along. And that doesn't work for everyone, because some of you don't have necessarily the skill set to do everything yourself. So I had some people who were very technically challenged, didn't have a lot of time, didn't hate their job, wasn't trying to leave their job quickly. And business right now just was not a great idea. So it's better to, pause, make sure you really want this before wasting all your money and time, because that will jade you. That'll make you so upset. So I'm going to give that a kudos to them, but that was definitely a challenge that they had to kind of go through. Some positives, I had several clients host events, whether they were in person or virtual. A lot of them who had previous events had even bigger events. So shout outs to you guys. Some of them were conferences, summits, webinars, and more. Shout outs to all of you who booked podcasts. I had someone do BT this year. I didn't get her BT. I'm not gonna play like that, but she was on BT along with some other really cool projects. So kudos to all you guys. I had some clients who really focused on setting up systems and building out their teams. I prided myself in the fact that our business supports you from idea all the way until six figures and beyond. I used to say six figures, but some people don't want to leave us. They reach it and they stay, which I love. Like, stay as long as you want. But yeah, we had a lot of those clients kind of in that mid-tier area who were really ready to incorporate systems and start building up their team, whether that was to get an assistant or a VA or even hire our agency to support them. So kudos to you guys. Some of you got grant writers this year and landed grants. What are we talking? Yeah, so kudos. Some of you were at the more beginner stages where you decided to get that branding together. You got your logos, your websites, landing pages. You figured out your brand voice, and then you incorporated that into all your different platforms. Some of you really struggle with consistency. If you guys remember some months back, we did that 90 days to whatever it was, where you get 90 days of content. So many of you guys took us up on that offer and became consistent on social media, consistent in your emails, increase your email list and your social media following. So kudos to all of you guys. And I'm not saying that to brag, even though we were part of that. I'm saying that because you guys did an amazing job, and sometimes somebody else has to say it to you to make sure you're like, oh yeah, I did that. Or, yeah, you did. Congratulations. So just like I said, there's going to be some wins and some not so wins. I don't like to say failures, some wins and some not so wins, but I want you guys to embrace those not so wins, or what some people call failures, or setbacks, as opportunities. Because even the people who did all these amazing things, they had at least one or two things that didn't go how it was supposed to go this year, and they didn't let that stop them. And I encourage you guys to do the same. Make sure you're celebrating milestones, big, small, and in between, and have a real way to do it. Don't say, yeah, girl, I'm gonna celebrate. How are you tracking it? You guys know I had a wins jar all year. Let me grab it. I don't know why I don't ever have it with me. I got chairs all in the way. Hold on. Here we go. I get to open it tomorrow, y'all, because it's the last day of the year. But yeah, so wins jar was how I did it this year. Next year, we actually have a big like calendar. I think I have a picture of one. Let me see. Hold on. I think I had it. There it goes. That was from last week. But yeah, I have a calendar like this. I have two of them that are sitting. I can see them right here sitting on my wall. And one calendar will be for effort, to say, hey, this is what I actually did. And the other one will be for results, those wins that I actually obtain. So that's how we are going to be looking at it, because we got a lot going on. And the wins jar is cute, but it's everything kind of mixed in here. And I want things a little bit easier for me to be able to see and to track. So I just encourage you tonight, before you go to sleep, I really want you to take some time to visualize or imagine what your 2025 is going to look like. It's so important to know where you want to go, not just to know it in theory, but to know it deep down in your heart, deep down in your subconscious. Write it down, draw it out, make a vision board. This year, I'm actually making a bingo card, one for personal and one for business, where I'll be able to not only visually see what I have that I still need to accomplish, but I'll be able to check it off. I'm an implementation girl. I got to be able to check stuff off. So, but I have done vision boards in the past, and I've loved them. They only work if you actually see them all the time. So if you make a vision board and like throw it in the bottom of a drawer, it's not helping you at all. It just gave you the warm and fuzzies while you were making it. I want you to, whatever you're using for your visual reminders of where you're trying to go and what you do, make sure that it's visible on a consistent basis. Okay, so definitely think about, like I said, and visualize what 2025 can look like for you, what you want it to look like in all of its glory and all of its accomplishments. And then make sure you don't just leave it at that. Set some actionable goals and make sure that you're putting some consistent effort, because it's about consistency. Don't do something for 2 days and tell me it didn't work. Some consistent effort towards achieving that. I don't care if it's a planner that keeps track of things on a consistent basis. I don't care if it's a project management tool like Trello or Asana. I don't care. Whatever works for you is perfectly fine, but put something in place. If you're just going to keep it in your head, more power to you. It's not going to serve you well. I'm just going to say it like that. You need to have something concrete, especially if you have a team or plan to get a team this year, because they need to be able to see it. You just telling them ain't going to do nothing. They need to be able to see what is the plan. Do you have a strategic plan? Do you have a business plan? Right? What we doing? So you got one more day. Just one. Tomorrow's the 31st. Get it together. At least figure out what your main goals are for next year, so that you have a start. And then I want you guys to take 2025 and make it your. All right. Do what you got to do. We're going to be here. Our family's going to be here. Our team's going to be here to support you along the way. Please, please, please make sure you already block the time off every Monday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, to join us here in the iRock world. We have some really good trainings coming on. Next year, we are going to really be rewarding those who are engaged, whether they're live or replays. We are also going to be giving you guys more tools. So every single month, there will be a tool or a resource we're going to give you based on what we're talking about for that month, because y'all know we like to do a theme. And the only way you're going to be able to get those is if you're on our email list or one of our private communities or one of our paid clients. Yes, you'll still be able to watch us wherever we are streaming that day, but that's where the tools will be. And those tools are going to help you implement what we are working on, because I want to get you guys to the finish line. Some of you have some pretty lofty goals. I've been talking to my clients and the goals are high, y'all. They're not small. And we want to be here to support you. We also got a client number in mind of how many clients we want to support next year. So let's get you signed up. Let's support you, whether it's on our coaching side of our business, or whether it is on our marketing side. This upcoming year, we have even more offerings as far as levels are concerned, where if you're just starting out, we have things for you. If you're kind of in that mid-range of you need some systems and some support, or if you're ready to scale and do some big things, we are here and we are ready to support you guys. I want to thank everyone who joined one of our Monday Night Lives, whether this your first time watching or whether you've been here every single week. We just appreciate you guys so much. For all of the clients that we were able to support this year, we thank you for trusting in our business and in our brand to help bring your visions of your business to life. And this is just the beginning. I know we've been around for like 6-7 years, but this is still just the beginning. Next year is going to be even better. So you guys stay blessed, and remember, I rock, you rock, we all rock, and we will talk to you guys next time. In the journey of entrepreneurship, success is often about having the right guidance and tools at your fingertips. Welcome to iRock Marketable Business Solutions, your compass to business excellence. We understand that as a service-based small business owner, your path to success is unique. That's why iRock offers a wide range of coaching and consulting services tailored to your needs. Imagine gaining the knowledge you need from the comfort of your own home. Explore our quick on-demand webinars, courses, and toolkits designed to accelerate your business growth. But we go beyond that. Join our vibrant community in our group coaching programs, or experience personalized guidance with our one-on-one coaching and consulting services. At iRock, every program comes with incredible bonuses. These bonuses are designed to support you on your journey, helping you bridge the gap between where you are and where you want to be. Some of our bonuses include expert speaker sessions, group Q&A calls, guides, checklists, scripts, and more. Ready to supercharge your business journey? Explore our coaching and consulting services. Get the guidance and tools you need to reach your goals. Empower your business with iRock Marketable Business Solutions.